Hello, Boise! It's your old pal, Steve. This is Steve Goodie. I'm coming to you from Nashville, Tennessee. Our good friend Jen Adams and everybody at the Lounge at the End of the Universe asked me to do this on Fridays from 6 till 7. So we're going to do this tonight from 6 till 6:40 or so, because the folks in Denver want me to come do a show there, and I was booked before we did this. But I'll make it up to you next week. We'll do extra crap if you like. We're just going to play some fun songs, try to take your mind off things, etc. And I just always like to start with this song. In a cabin, going crazy, 'cause a flu that's worse than swine swept the planet, so damn it, here we are in quarantine. Okay, second verse. We've been quarreling, we've been snarling, oh my darling wife of mine. It's a toilet paper zombie apocalypse, I'm gonna kill you in quarantine. And this is my producer, Bob, and I always check with him after a song. What'd you think of that, Bob? That's what Bob does. Bob's. Yay. And I can't hear you clapping or anything. I can't even tell if anybody's there. I'm just going to proceed as if I can. This is kind of like my own private Idaho. I've been thinking about that for 3 days. Oh, it's so nice to be able to say it and hope somebody heard it. Also, since I can't hear you clap, I've got my own clapping sound effect. This is very high tech. This is 4 sets of children's castanets and a maraca bolted to a wooden cooking spoon. Yay! I spare no expense when I entertain the folks in Boise. So I did a bunch of stuff last week that was sort of PG, maybe even G. I'm going to go a little further into the not sure if we should go here territory. And you guys let me know. Write the cards and letters. Let me know how much you hated everything. It's all meant in good fun. And it's impossible not to make fun of the political situation when we're in a situation like this. So I lean to the left. I realize some of you don't. It's fine with me. We can all have fun and disagree on stuff. So since some of my songs are going to lean left and make fun of our glorious leader, I thought I would start out with just a little song I wrote for the folks who lean right, so you know that I understand you too. It just goes, Nancy is crazy, Joey is creepy, and Bernie's a communist. Good evening, friends. Okay, here's a new song I wrote just yesterday. I'm trying it out, and you guys, you're the first audience, if you're actually there, to hear this, and I just want to give it a shot. If you fans of show tunes, this may ring a bell. Gaslighter, gaslighter, light me some gas, some crazy crap you pulled from your ass. Gaslighter, gaslighter, drink up some bleach and make me some perfect gas. Hey, gaslighter, gaslighter, tweeting away at 3 a.m., finding someone to blame. Gaslighting always makes things go away. Take no responsibility. Obama, he started all this. Obama, it's really his fault. On your toilet, in your pajamas, you're whining and bitching and oi gavolt. Gaslighter, gaslighter, light me some gas. Thousands are dead and they're piling up fast. Your stupid VP wouldn't wear a damn mask. In November, you're out on your ass, I hope. Hey, that made some people upset, I'm sure. So now I'm going to go back and do a song that just to let you know, I make fun of every president. Whoever's president, they get made fun of. I'm going to take you back 22 years, and I'm going to cut off the end of this one because this gets pretty adult, but just so you get the idea. There's something happening here. It's been going on a couple of years. There's grunting and moaning sounds coming from the Oval Room in the White House. She better stop. Hey, what's that sound? Monica Lewinsky's going. Let's stop there. Let's stop. We're going to stop right there and do something else. Let's do a top 10 list. Last week I did a few top 10 lists, and I've written a couple more. And let's start with number 3, which is at 491, Bob. Okay, I enjoyed the top 10 lists. You guys are all familiar with top 10 lists, right? Back when Letterman was on the air. Nowadays, all of our favorite talk show hosts are not in their regular theaters. They're in their homes doing their shows in sweatshirts and no pants. And that's why I thought dress up a little bit and do an old classic from the way it used to be. So this is the top 10 list. Tonight's category, top 10 days I think it is. You know, we're all getting a little confused about what day it is, what time it is, because we're all just in this weird quagmire of nothingness. So this is the top 10 days I think it is. And if you want to do a little drum roll on your lap or something, build up the suspense, you're perfectly welcome to do that. I was thinking I might add the drum roll sound effect next time, but I haven't got it now. So number 10 of the top 10 days I think it is. Number 10, Sunday. Number 9, Wednesday. Number 8, Indoor Volleyball Day. Number 7, Imminent Divorce Day. These are the top 10 days I think it is. Number 6, Think About Cleaning This Filthy House Day. Number 5, Arbor Day. That's nice. Number 4, Stimulus Check Day. We haven't had that day yet at my house. Number 3, Casual Monday. Number 2, and my favorite, Crotchless Saturday. And the number 1 day I think it is Groundhog Day.
Well, I don't know if all that's true. You got me, but head, I got you.
Wasn't that just a total lot of fun? Let's do a song. Here's some songs. I don't think I did this one last week. I'm trying to not repeat stuff if I can, at least for the first few weeks. But it's hard to remember necessarily what I did. Remember back in the old days when we could actually get out of the house and go do fun things like go to Disneyland? Raise your hand if you've been to Disneyland. Oh, I see some hands. That's right. Most of you who are raising your hands probably under 25. But once you get older, I'm pleased to say I'm well into my 50s now. Disney isn't quite as exciting, and here's why. Oh, I wish I was in the land of Mickey, 2 hours south of Culver City. Yes, I'll pay a month's pay to spend a day in Disneyland. Drove to Anaheim cause the kids all wanna. Found some parking in Tijuana. Gotta pay an arm and a leg just to stay near Disneyland. Oh, I wish I could afford Disney in Goofy, L.A. In Disneyland, you stand and 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 stand in line. Oy vey, the way they gouge you down at Disney. I'd pay my 401k, what's left of it, to spend 1 day at Disney. And then I like to do, let's see if it's hooked up. I don't think it's going to happen. Nope. Sometimes it is. There's a little thing I got that says that's the end of the song, but that wasn't ready to go, so we're not going to do that on that song. Now, let's do another fun song. Here's one about the worst thing that can happen to a human in the 21st century. This involves phones and gadgets and stuff. And this is a waltz. So if you'd like to waltz, you feel free. You go right ahead and waltz. Oops, wrong song. I was texting with 6 friends at once when nature called and would not be forestalled. So I brought the phone with me onto the throne thinking they can't smell a text, so they'll never know. But then I dropped my phone in the toilet. My phone's in the toilet. My droid took a dive. What am I gonna do? My whole life's in that phone. Now my life's in the toilet. If you think your life stinks, oh boo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Between my knees, my cell fell 2 feet to hell. All my contacts and pictures and calendars I can't lose. I've just gotta retrieve it. So I'd rather leave it. Forget rubber gloves. I need a damn hazmat suit. Cause I dropped my phone in the toilet. My phone's in the toilet. My droid took a dive, but now it's down in the loo. It won't help to boil it. My phone's in the toilet. Public service announcement. Don't text and poo. Now, Bob, at this point, I would ask someone to yell out, "Hey, Steve, where's your phone?" But I can't hear anybody, so I'm just going to pretend Bob is yelling out, "Hey, Steve, where's your phone?" Oh, I'm glad you asked. Where it's dark as a dunghill and stinky and ew. Where the finest of caviar is the same as beef stew. Where it's vile and it's nasty with bacteria galore. That's where you'll find the droid I'm looking for. Samsung in the loo. Everybody's dropped one. And that's the end of that song. Yay! Hooray! Awesome. Okay. Hi, everybody. Let's talk about Halloween, because that is a faraway thing, and I miss Halloween. How many fans of Halloween do we have? If you're a fan of Halloween, drink up. It's okay to drink whatever you want. This is, what do they call it? This is called moonshine. If you have some of this, it makes this show a lot more fun. But you can drink whatever you want. It's fine. Drink whatever you like, just not bleach. When I was a child, I wanted to play pirate. I wanted to be a pirate for Halloween. I always wanted to be a pirate in play, but I was sick all the time. I had every childhood malady known to humanity. I was so sick all the time. I couldn't even play pirate with my little friends. I could only aspire to someday become a real pirate. Well, you can see how that worked out. So I've got this song. This I believe is the world's only hypochondriac pirate song. And for some reason, when I sing it, I always wind up sounding like Jerry Lewis. I don't know why. When I was a young man, I set out to sea, a swashbuckling pirate I aspired to be. I was bold, I was eager, I was stalwart and stout. But we'd no sooner put out from port than I threw my back out. Oh, the first mate, he offered assistance to me, though no chiropractor he turned out to be. On that ship, I could find no relief for my back, 'cause it turned out nobody the Advil remembered to pack. Everybody sings now. Singing yo-ho. Come on, Bob. Singing yo-ho. Maybe I was mistaken. This is a voyage I shouldn't have taken. Apparently, a life on the sea is no place for someone as chronically fragile as me. By the second day out, my misfortune did grow, 'cause I suffered from nausea and vertigo. I sustained several bruises. I lost a gold crown, and the victuals and grog that they served just refused to stay down. Oh, I suffered all manner of infirmity, from migraines to hemorrhoids to ADHD. I was bloated and moody. My skin was a mess. If I didn't know better, I'd swear that I had PMS. Singing yo-ho, a professional sailor would sooner be keel-hauled than use an inhaler. Apparently, a life on the sea is no place for someone who's quite as pathetically latent, obsessive, compulsive, neurotically, totally, hopelessly, chronically fragile as me. I could not rape and pillage along with the crew, so the captain, he gave me some filing to do. But it did not take long before I did succumb to a really bad case of the old carpal tunnel syndrome. By the end of the week, all me mateys could tell my career as a pirate wasn't going that well. Seems the crew took a vote when I wasn't around and decided nobody would miss me too much if I drowned. Thanks, fellas. Singing yo-ho. What's the next line? Singing yo-ho. 200 demerits if the captain finds out I'm allergic to parrots. Apparently, a life on the sea is no place for someone who's quite as pathetically latent, obsessive, compulsive, neurotically, totally, hopelessly, chronically fragile as me. I escaped just in time, I am pleased to report. Though my plank-walking fate I did barely aboard, I washed out as a pirate upon the high seas. Well, apparently the asthma has cleared up. So now I confine all my pirating to MP3s. Singing yo-ho, I got such a flogging when Taylor Swift I was caught cataloging. Apparently, a life on the sea is no place for someone who's quite as consistently, brutally, desperately, clinically, utterly, truly, pathetically, latent, obsessive, compulsive, neurotically, totally, hopelessly, chronically fragile as me. And Bob goes wild. Wow, how does he do it? That was so very, very good. Now we're going to do something fun. I don't do this very often, but this seems like a perfect time for it. I usually set this up when I'm on the road, when I do comedy in clubs and regular places as opposed to my house for a webcam. I've switched it up, and I got a thing I do that involves my brother. When we were kids, my brother and I memorized Who's on First by Abbott and Costello because it was in Mad Magazine. I'm sure some of you remember Mad Magazine. And we would memorize it. We were like, I think, 10 and 8, something like that. I was the older. And since I was older, I got to be Costello, even though we were both, we were totally skinny. 10 and 8-year-olds, Jewish kids on the North Shore of Chicago, trying to do classic vaudeville. I'm sure it was pathetically hilarious. So we learned it and we did it, and then we'd perform it at like Thanksgiving or Passover, and we'd ask the family, "Can we please do Who's on First for everybody?" And they would say, "Sure, go ahead. It's adorable, even though you suck." They didn't say that part because they're too nice. And then as time went by, we got actually a little better at it. So when we were more like 16 and 14, and we had some timing and some shtick, then the family would request it, and we would say, "No," because kids, they're always there for you. So some time went by, and by the way, Bob, we're going to go to 431. 431. There it is. Some time went by, and about 2 years ago, both of my parents turned 80. And my brother and sister and I were planning a big party for them. And I thought, hey, we haven't done Who's on First in years. What if my brother and I practiced it again and then performed it at the party, which is due to happen the last weekend of May? When I had this idea, I was on the road. I was driving across South Dakota. And so my brother was at his job. He works as a professor at the University of Georgia in Athens. And he was at his desk, and he called up the script because neither of us could really remember it. He found it online. He called it up. I was driving. I was doing 80 miles an hour across South Dakota. And yes, thank you, T-Mobile. The 5-second delay doesn't affect the comedy at all. So he practiced his end, and I practiced my end, and we practiced and practiced. And then the day came, and we performed it for the folks. And I got to say, we didn't do it perfectly, but we did it pretty well. And they cried, which is exactly the response you want when you're doing classic comedy from Abbott and Costello. So, and then that was it. And I thought, it's a shame to have done all that work just to perform it once. So now this is the part that I tell folks when I'm on the road. My brother happens to be at a conference in New York, and we're going to get him on the big satellite. Well, that's what I tell people, but obviously my brother is hunkered down at his house in Georgia, and nobody's outside at New York, and certainly nobody's playing any baseball games. So just play along as if we've hooked it up with the satellite, and let's see if we can get my brother on the line. Is my brother there? Holy cow!
Hi, Steve. Hi, everybody. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, that is a very good connection. Well
Good,
done.
good. Nice to be here in,
New York?
right, home of the...
Yankees, you big dummy.
That's right.
That's right. You want to do our sketch?
Absolutely.
Okay, you guys get your hat? All right. Cool. Would you like to start?
Absolutely.
Okay, good.
Well, Costello, I'm going to New York with you. You know, Bucky Harris, the Yanks manager, he gave me a job as coach for as long as you're on the team.
Well, look, Abbott, if you're the coach, you must know all the players.
Oh, I certainly do.
Well, I never met the guys, so you'll have to tell me their names, and then I'll know who's playing on the team.
I'll tell you their names, but they give these ball players these days some pretty peculiar names.
You mean funny names?
Strange names. Pet names like Dizzy Dean.
Oh, and his brother Daffy.
Daffy Dean.
And their French cousin.
French?
Gouffet.
Gouffet Dean, I see. Let's see, we got on the bags. We have Who's on First, What's on Second, I Don't Know Is on Third.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to find out.
I say, Who's on First, What's on Second, I Don't Know Is on Third.
Look, are you the manager?
Yes.
You going to be the coach too?
Yes.
Do you know the fellas' names?
Well, I should.
Then who's on first?
That's right.
I mean, the guy's name playing first
Who?
base. The guy on first.
Who?
The guy on first
Who?
base. Who's playing first?
Who's playing first?
I'm asking you who's on first.
That's the man's name.
That's whose name?
Yes.
Well, go ahead and tell me.
That's his.
That's whose.
Yes.
Look, have you got a first baseman?
Sure.
Then who's on first?
That's right.
Look, when you pay off the first baseman every month, who gets the
Every
money?
dollar of it.
Look, all I'm trying to find out is the guy's name on first base.
Who?
The guy that gets the
That's
money.
it.
Who gets the money on first?
He does. Every dollar. Sometimes his wife comes down and collects it.
Whose wife?
Yes. What's wrong with that?
Look, when you signed up the first baseman, remember, how did he sign his name to the contract?
Who?
The guy.
Who?
How did he sign his name?
That's how he signs it.
Who?
Yes.
Look, all I'm trying to find out is what's the guy's name on first base?
Now, what's on second base?
I'm not asking you who's on second.
Who's on first?
One base at a time.
Well, don't change the players around.
I'm not changing nobody.
Take
I'm
it
just,
easy, buddy.
Who's the guy on first base?
That's right.
Okay.
All right.
I mean, what's the guy's name on first base?
What's on second base?
I'm not asking you who's on second.
Who's on first?
I don't know.
He's on third. We're not talking about him.
How did I get on third base?
We mentioned his name.
If I mentioned the third baseman's name, who did I say is playing third?
Now, who's playing first?
What's on first?
What's on second?
I don't know.
He's on third.
There I go back on third again. Now, will you stay on third base and don't go
All right.
off?
Now, what do you want to know?
Who's playing third base?
Why do you insist on putting who on third base?
What am I putting on third?
What's on second?
You don't want who on second?
Who's on first?
I don't know.
Third base.
Look, you got outfield?
Sure.
The left fielder's name.
Why?
I just thought I'd ask.
I just thought I'd tell you.
Tell me who's playing left field.
Who's playing
I'm not-
first?
Stay out of the infield. I want to know what's the guy's name in left field.
What's on second?
I don't know. Third
Who's on
base.
first?
I don't know.
Third base.
I kind of screwed that up. And the left fielder's name?
Why?
Because.
Oh, that's our center fielder.
What do you got? Look, have you got a pitcher on this team?
Sure.
The pitcher's name.
Tomorrow.
You don't want to tell me today?
I'm telling you, man.
Well, go ahead.
Tomorrow.
What time?
What time what?
What time tomorrow? You're going to tell me who's pitching.
Now, look, who is not pitching?
I'll
Who is...
break your arm, time you say who's on first, I want to know what's the pitcher's name.
What's on second?
I don't know.
Third base.
You got a catcher?
Sure.
The catcher's name.
Today.
Today. And tomorrow's pitching.
That's right.
All we got is a couple of days on this team. You know, I'm a catcher too. I get behind the plate, do some fancy catching. Tomorrow's pitching on my team, and a heavy hitter gets up. Now, the heavy hitter bunts the ball. When he bunts the ball, me being a good catcher, I want to throw the guy out at first, so I pick up the ball, and I throw it to who?
Well, that's the first thing you've said right.
I don't even know what I'm talking about.
Well, that's all you have to do.
Is to throw the ball to first base.
That's right.
Now, who's got it?
Naturally.
Look, if I throw the ball to first, somebody's got to get it. Now, who has it?
Naturally.
Who?
Naturally.
Naturally?
Naturally.
Oh. So I pick up the ball and I throw it to naturally.
No, you don't. You throw it to who?
Naturally.
That's it.
That's what I said.
You're not saying
I
that.
throw the ball to naturally.
You don't. You throw it to who?
Naturally.
Listen, you ask me.
I throw the ball to who?
Naturally.
Now you ask me.
You throw the ball to who?
Naturally.
That's it.
Same as you! Same. Look. I pick up the ball. I throw it to first. Whoever it is drops the ball, and the guy runs to second. Who picks up the ball? Throws it to what? What throws it to? I don't know. Throws it back to tomorrow. Triple play. Another guy gets up and hits a long fly ball to because. Why? I don't know. He's on third, and I don't give a darn.
What was that?
I said I don't give a darn.
Oh, that's our shortstop.
Thank you very much. Professor Adam Goodie, everybody. Professor Emeritus with tenure and everything.
Thanks, everyone. Thanks, Steve.
You like that, Bob? That was weird, wasn't it? I agree. So obviously, as you can see, I would tell an audience if it was a live show in front of people that I could see that was via satellite and live. But actually, we obviously video recorded that. And it was a pretty funny story. I told my brother, hey, I want to do the Happening Costello as part of my show, so I'm coming to your house with a video camera and a green screen. And he said, do you have to? I said, yes. So I drove down to Georgia, like 5-hour drive, set everything up, and we did 26 takes. And that was take 26 that you just saw. And I wanted to do take 27, and my brother said, get out of my house. So that was it. Yay. All right, let's do another fun song. No, wait, let's do another top 10 list, and then we'll do another fun song. So we're going to go to 511, Bob. Here we are on 511. The second category of top 10 lists is okay. Top 10 excuses to go out of the house during a pandemic. You know, a lot of us, I know, folks in Tennessee and in Georgia are just desperate to get out and get everything open again. In my opinion, it's too soon, but we all have our opinions. I'm not here to start a fight. But while we are locked in and while we are all playing the game, here are the excuses we make to get out of the house while a pandemic is going on. This is the top 10 excuses to go out of the house during a pandemic. Number 10, my Tinder date only gets frisky at Walmart. Number 9, there are 75,000 hours of content on Netflix, and I've seen all of it. Number 8, my senior pic is in the garage. No, wait, it's at mom's. No, wait! Number 7, and the computer poops out. Hold on, we'll get back to it. This is not an emergency. Don't adjust your sets. This happens sometimes. We'll see. We were at 511, so I'm going to take a guess that we should jump to 515. What do you think, Bob? 515, that's where we left off? Let's try it. That's pretty close. We're on number 8, and I was on number 7. Okay, so my senior pick is in the garage. No, wait, it's at mom's. No, wait, okay. Number 7, my weed guy finally came through, and now I'm out of Doritos. Hey, you ever find yourself, Bob, in the middle of a top 10 set? Top 10 list in the middle of a set for an audience you can't see, and you realize you need to sneeze. And this is a really poor time to sneeze. I mean, under regular circumstances, it wouldn't make sense to sneeze, but I'm trying not to touch my face, trying not to sneeze, trying to just carry on. Hold on. Nope, I'm not giving into it. We're going to carry on. I will not sneeze. I am a professional, non-sneezing. Everything's fine. Number 6. While everyone else's house is now squeaky clean, mine is disgusting. These are the top 10 excuses to go out of the house during a pandemic. You got that, Bob? All right. Number 5, this thing sticking out of my abdomen ain't getting any smaller. Ooh, that's a hernia joke. Not everybody's going to be with me on that one, Bob. Yeah. Number 4, I was howling at the moon and I locked myself out. These are our top 10 excuses to go out of the house during a pandemic. Number 3, DoorDash won't come all the way to the front door due to verbal abuse and flying garbage. Number two, wherever 5,000 or more of us are gathered in his name. That's a pretty dark one, Bob. Yes. And the number one excuse to go out of the house during a pandemic, the orange Easter Bunny said it was okay or safe. Yeah, all right. And don't forget, Nancy is crazy, Joey is creepy, and Bernie's a communist. All right. That was a song. Let's do another song. Let's see. Let's do something a little naughty, shall we, Bob? Bob likes the songs that are just a little naughty. That's what we're going to do now. Oh, I'm excited about this. The song is a bit naughty, but it's also philosophical. And if nothing else, we've had lots of time to think while we've all been isolated. Think about ourselves, think about our lives, think about what it's all about. What does it mean? Where are we going? Where have we been? What are we supposed to be doing? And a lot of us have been spending a lot of time with our dogs. And dogs love this. This is what I've been led to understand. Dogs don't understand why we leave the house ever. The fact that we're stuck with them all the time is just fine with them. Cats, on the other hand, would like us to go back to work. This is a song for my dog. Can we bring those lights down just a little bit for this song? Perfect. I've learned so much from my dog. Yes, I have. He lives the most contented life, sniffing and humping and sleeping, and I've always tried to magnify his joy and never spoil it. I'm learning from the master who's drinking happily from the toilet. My dog never multitasks when he's licking his ass. He's licking his ass. He's not on the phone making tea, checking email while watching TV and working Craigslist simultaneously. No, when my dog licks his ass, he just licks his ass. And that's all. Good dog. They say it's a dog's life when things go wrong. Yes, they do. But I have never understood how napping all day is anything but good. If I could heighten all my senses, there's so much he could teach. But like inner peace and nirvana, there are some things I just can't reach. My dog does one thing, that's all. When he's licking his balls, he's licking his balls. Everybody! He's not shopping online, acquiring more possessions, making gluten-free pasta while popping antidepressants and replacing all his light bulbs with fluorescents. No, when my dog licks his balls, he just licks his balls. Man, I wish I could do just one thing at a time. Welcome to the Acapulco Lounge, otherwise known as the lounge at the end of the universe. Hey, Boise, I hope we're all having fun. I've got about 10 more minutes of stuff for you, and oh man, it's just jam-packed with fun stuff. Let's see, what should the next fun thing we do be? I don't even know what to do. We got so many options here. Let's see, that would be fun, or we could do that, or, oh, hey, we could, oh, that would be neat. There's one song I did last week. I'd like to do it again, because I enjoyed doing it, and because I kind of need the practice. Bob, we're going to 121! As I mentioned before, I am well into my 50s, and the way I usually introduce the song is by saying I'm really looking forward with great anticipation to my upcoming 50th birthday. And people clap because they think my birthday's coming up. And then I say, well, that is as much as you can look forward to something that happened 4 years ago. And then they laugh because I fooled them a little bit. Because 4 years ago, I don't know if you can tell, I haven't had a haircut in 2 months, so this big old helmet is hiding the fact that and I notice that if I look down like this, sometimes there's a little. You can't tell because I got too much hair right now, but this is my headshot from 4 years ago. And this is what I see in the mirror every morning. You see, there's Greenland right there, and it is not okay. Well, you were real good looking when you were 23 with the full head of hair. Well, now that's history, because now you're middle-aged. What's happening to it? It goes down the drain when you shampoo it. Admit you got a bald spot. Bob doesn't like this song. Just admit you got a bald spot. Admit you got a bald spot. Buy a toupee. Come on with the lotions that you rub in there. They smell real weird and they don't grow hair. Your nose is sprouting and your ears are insane, but it's never coming out on top again. Admit you got a bald spot. Come on, Bob. Oh, just admit you got a bald spot. Admit you got a bald spot. Gentlemen, do you wear baseball caps to formal events? Do friends ask you about the small animal that's living on top of your head? Have you tried spray-on hair replacements, creams, lotions, potions, elixirs, tinctures, tonics, balm, salves, liniments, and ointments? All to no avail. Maybe it's time to try Screw It All, the new all-natural, FDA-approved, do-it-yourself, low-cost, no side-effect, non-addictive, non-toxic, eco-friendly, plant-based, biodegradable, over-the-counter, non-invasive approach to the weird crap your body does as you get older. Find it at www.screwitall.com. Order now! Well, there's some real rich transplant doctors on TV to advertise their screwball cue ball remedies. You can graft from your crotch, or your nose, or your pits, or your back, or your butt, or you could just admit it. Admit you got a bald spot. Have you lost a little bit? No, it's a lot. Admit you got a bald spot. Buy a toupee. Really? Really? All right. Thank you very much. And a lot of people ask me after that song, where can I get a copy of that song, either on a CD or as an MP3 as a download? And I tell them, well, you are in luck because it is the title track to my latest CD, Admit You've Got a Bald Spot. There it is right there. And you can get this right now if you like. Where? At stevegoodie.com. That's my web address. And if you could do it as steve@stevegoodie.com, that's my email address. And this show, there's a $10 suggested donation if you're watching the show and enjoying it. If you wouldn't mind, I know times are tough, so maybe not everybody can do this, but if you got a few extra bucks to spare, doesn't have to be $10, however much you got, $5, $3, $100, anything would work. That is my PayPal address. So you can go to stevegoodie.com and buy merch. You can PayPal me at steve@stevegoodie.com if you'd like to send me a little money for what we're doing right now. And some people prefer Venmo, so it's at stevegoodie03 if you want to do it with Venmo. So, I'll leave that on the screen for a little while we do another song. Let's see, which song should I do? Got so many to choose. Okay, I'm going to try this one. This is mildly inappropriate, and I haven't done it in a while. Let's just see how it goes. When I introduce this live, hang on, I need a little water. Let's all have a beverage, non-bleached drinkers. When I perform live, at this point, I will tell the audience that there's a new lady in my life. We are new. She couldn't be here tonight because she's back home, and I'm wherever I am. But we are Facebook Living this or Zooming it or whatever we would be doing. And the audience goes, oh, that's nice. That's so nice. And then I would say, yes, and we've been together not very long, and I've written her a song, and I'm going to do it now. And she doesn't know I'm about to do this, and I wasn't really planning on it, and I'm scared to death. And then Bob would say, go ahead and do it, Steve. You're the man. And I say, okay. And the audience goes, oh, that's so nice. And then I say, because she and I met on a little thing called Tinder. Love me on Tinder, love me sweet. I don't have all night, and you're within 100 feet. So swipe me to the right. Yeah, like you didn't know. Love me on Tinder, swipe me through. Say my dreams are real. You have a smoking profile pic, and darling, I'd like to cop a feel. Bathroom selfie, 3 a.m. Boy, I sure look fine. Thank you very much. You never know, I'm 3'10", and that my hair ain't mine. Love me on Tinder, love me fast. I love this effing app. I've got 2 more after you. Hope no one's got the measles. Love me on Tinder. Hey, you'll do. Your name? Sure. I'd like to know. Why not? We'll be done in just a few. I don't actually love you. so. Well, bless my soul, you look so good, and you're right here in my neighborhood. You like my smile, and I like your butt. It ain't love, but let's hook up. Yeah, yeah, let's hook up. Well, this one's a honey, this one's a hoe. It's 3 in the morning, let's go. I ain't nothing but a horn dog, scrounging all the time. I ain't never had a woman except the skanks I find online. Oh, thank you very much. Thank you. That's so weird. Thank you very much. All right, that was fun and ridiculous. We got time for one more. I'm gonna squeeze in one more song here. Thank you guys again for being here. If you could make a donation, I sure would appreciate it. If you can't, that's okay. That's okay too. Come back next Friday at 6 o'clock. We'll do some more stuff. I got more wacky stuff. I got more wacky stuff, and Bob will be here. Okay, so I'd like to leave this is a children's song. I feel like I should do something child-oriented after that. This is a children's song that has actually been banned from the Bluebird Cafe in Nashville, Tennessee. That's right. I have a children's song that's been banned from somewhere. That's not easy to do. People ask me, why? Why would they ban a song that's for children? It's for children. I say, I don't really know. It is for children. There are no suggestive words in it, nothing adult. It's just, I don't know, what's the word, Bob? Gross. But kids like gross. Kids are gross, Bob. No one seems to know. No one seems to know. No one seems to want to know. But I want to know. I need to know. Oh, I gotta know. What's in my hot dog? 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 No one seems to know. It's a sing-along. What's in my hot dog? What's in my hot dog? What's in my hot dog? No one seems to know. I could hear you in the back. Very nice. Good job, everybody. There's earlobes, eyelids, elbows, and fingertips. Dog nose, pig glands, frog bits, and chicken lips. Hog butts, peanuts, cow guts, brains. Toe jam, turkey spam, varicose veins. Everybody! What's in my hot dog? What's in my hot dog? What's in my hot dog? No one seems to know. It's funny because it's true. What's in my hot dog? What's in my hot dog? What's in my hot dog? No one seems to know. Now comes the gross part, Bob. There's moose, colon, horse bladder, anything that goes splatter. Half a ton of puppy tongues, bucket full of camel lungs, big hairy goat tails, dirty donkey toenails, stuffed into a fabulous, edible, delectable, deep fried, something died. Intestinal shell, intestinal shell. Now I know what's in my hot dog, what's in my hot dog, what's in my hot dog. I was better off not knowing. Now chunks I will be blowing. And cookies I'll be throwing. My insides will be showing. I guess I didn't really need to know. What's in my hot dog? What's in my hot dog? What's in my hot dog? I think I got a fever. I'm feeling kind of strange. My head feels like a whoopee cushion. My hands are a little clammy. I really want to die. Maybe we should take you to the hot dog factory, Bob. You could be the secret ingredient. Yeah. Thank you, everybody, and good night. Hope to see you again Friday the 8th at 6 o'clock right here at the lounge at the end of the universe in Boise. Night, everybody. And now the awkward part, where I'm not sure if you can still hear me, but I'm going to log out of this meeting is what I'm going to do now. So, okay, bye.